After Death Knight and Evolve Shamans get nerfed, I do believe that Pure Paladin has a great shot at becoming a top tier deck. The deck is definitely not complicated to play, and games with it are pretty fast. And with all of those Divine Shields, it can definitely hold its own against control too. In this video, I will give you a quick deck guide about it, as well as show you some detailed coaching games from my last coaching session. If you're serious about Hearthstone and you enjoy what I'm doing, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching too. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's one of the best variants from the deck after the new mini set came out. And as you can see, we're running cards like the Curator as well as Goldwing, which is pretty OP, because a lot of the times you also have this buffed either through your Seafloor Savior or from your Alliance Bannerman. The Curator draws you tons of cards, especially since your Light Ray is a dual tribe card, both being Elemental and Beast. So as long as you haven't drew them already, this always draws you both your Light Rays because you don't have any other Elementals or Beasts. It also draws you one Dragon, as well as one Mech if you still haven't gotten those. So that is a grand total of draw 4, and it's also a chunky 4/6 taunt, so it's not exactly useless. And by turn 5 you also should be able to actually drop the Light Ray, so you could have as much as a 4/6 with two 5/5s, not to mention you also drew a bunch of cards. We're running the good core of the Pure Paladin we're used to, with all of the good Divine Shield minions, the two good spells you can be using for extra aggro, and we're also running a single copy of Order in the Court, so you can get your Light Rays and your Countess faster. With Knight of the Anointment, as well as your Stoneheart Vindicator, you do a great job at drawing out your cards faster, and usually you have a pretty good idea of what you're actually going to be drawing into. Order in the Court is not a holy spell, but the other two are, so Knight of the Anointment always draws you one of those two, and with Vindicator you could technically low roll with the Order in the Court, which you usually don't really want like that, but in some cases it's also fine. Battle Vicar gives you a little bit of extra discoverability, and you can find some nutty things out of it. And speaking of nutty things, with the Countess you can definitely high roll a lot. When playing the Countess and discovering all of those random legendaries, you have to keep a really open mind in order to actually benefit from the hidden synergies you might be seeing. Discovering tests through this is also pretty insane, because if you play the other two legendaries you've discovered, as long as they're not neutral, or Paladin legendaries, she's also gonna repeat those, which can be pretty high rolly too. You could also discover Commander Sivara through that, and if you have enough leftover spells, and you still haven't played the other two tickets, you can get those back and discover a couple of extra free legendaries like that, which can be also pretty cool. But yeah, usually you want to be swarming the board early on with your cheap stuff, buffing them out of control, and if that's not enough, close out the game with your Countess, as well as your big bomb turn with a couple of Light Rays. Your Gold Wings can also be pretty awesome if you're holding your mechs, like Seafloor Saviors. But yeah, the rest of it is pretty straightforward. If you want to be really good with this deck, you might want to start counting how many Paladin cards you've actually played in order to know how low your Light Ray is actually going to be dropping and how fast. But usually around turn 5, you could be having them down to 0. Matchup wise, like I said, as soon as Death Knight as well as Evolve Shaman get nerfed, you're gonna have a pretty good time, because everything else looks green right now, so that's pretty nice. But for now, obviously Frost Death Knight and Unholy Death Knight are gonna be a little bit too quick for you, and also Blood Death Knight has a lot of control tools as well as life gain, so it's not an easy matchup. For the Mulligan, here's what it looks like going first. You want your best 1-drops being the 2/1s. Seafloor Savior on curve is nice, the Curator is also pretty good if you're already curving into it. Righteous Protector can make the cut as well, and same goes for Alliance Bannerman. Order in the Court, I'd usually not really keep like that, I'd rather draw him out through minions. Technically, Blood Matriarch can also make sense in certain matchups, so if you already have, let's say, the Taunt, you might also want to be looking at the Blood Matriarch too. And when on the coin, Liadrin becomes a lot more keepable, Vindicator as well for the extra card draw, you still want your good Sanguine Soldier, and Righteous Protector can also be great. But yeah, it's basically the same situation. Anyway, that's it for the deck guide. Now let's check out some of the games on the last coaching session. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so what are we thinking on the Mulligan phase? What are you thinking we should be keeping here?
Okay, so the 9 mana is too much. The 2 mana minion should work with Thief, which brings a lot of big stuff on the field. Order in the Court, maybe. The other 2 mana spell I will keep for early stuff.
I'd actually remove everything here. You're basically looking for your early game minions, like your Sanguine Soldier, your Sinful Sous Chef, things like that. You're not really looking for these cards in the early turns.
That's right.
There you
I
go.
forgot
This is much better. This is actually a
Yeah.
perfect mulligan for you. Like, yeah, all of these are cards you would be normally keeping.
Okay, I forgot my tracker. Just use it.
Yeah,
Okay,
make sure
so-
to activate
Kris
it.
of 1 gigagram Kris
Yeah,
of
yeah,
1
it's
lol.
on. So, I think the Divine Shield is the right call.
Yeah, go for the Divine Shield here. Thanks a
Well,
lot, Zunkin.
sometimes I cycle with the 1/1 guy.
I mean, it's an okay play, but the best play would be your soldier. It's a 2/1 Divine Shield. It's almost guaranteed it's gonna be dealing damage. Like, it's basically... It's not a 1-drop, it's basically a 2-drop is what it is. It's just good. Whereas the
Yeah.
1-drop, it's in the deck to give you cycle. It's in the deck to give you card draw. It's not a real threat. It's just helping you thin out the deck, get your good buffs faster. And first you want to actually have something on the board to buff, then you want to start actually looking for those buffs. That's why usually you don't really keep the buffs too much either, especially if you don't have a good 1-drop like we didn't in that first hand you saw.
Yeah, that's pretty logical. It's very nice to play with you. So
Yeah, man.
usually yesterday I used like the 2-drop either to cycle and buff in situations like that. The other play could be the 2 cookers, the 2 chefs. The other play could be the 3 mana to cycle and buff. I have many minions I could buff.
What do you think is the play you should be doing here, though?
Maybe I will wait one more turn and save the coin with the 2
Yeah,
mana.
let's go with the 2-mana Seafloor Savior.
Okay. The Mantis.
Order in the Court is nice now.
Okay.
And go face.
Wow.
Okay, the reason why we did that is because next turn we're gonna play Alliance Bannerman. And that's gonna buff all of these minions in your hand, which is pretty good. And the reason we took the 2-mana spell Order in the Court is because you're gonna want your Light Rays soon, because you will be able to discount them pretty fast with this quick hand you have.
Yeah, that I thought about, since yesterday I noticed that it falls pretty quickly on the cost.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't really want to be keeping it in your mulligan, but getting it relatively early, especially with a hand that supports it, is definitely well worth it.
Yeah. Well, I talk too much, maybe. Tell me when I talk too much.
No, it's fine. I mean, when the time starts ticking, I just go with the play so we don't miss out on opportunities, so...
Okay,
I'll save you from talking too much, don't worry. That's what we're here for, to talk. Like,
yeah, and
that's the whole point. We gotta discuss the play so they actually stick with you and you can do this on your own later.
Yeah,
Okay.
I noticed many players you guided, they just shut up. I want to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you wanna be participating, but I'm not gonna force you to. Like, it's up to you how involved you'd like to be. Okay.
So this kit will gain him 6/6 taunt. So maybe the trade, but not with the Divine Shield, and then the play could be the 2 mana, which discovers some magic.
Yeah, let's start with the Discover Battle Vicar. You want to get the extra information since we know we're playing it.
Yeah, the 1 mana secret could be good here, the 4 mana could be good. The 3 mana also could be good. Very good, actually. What do you
They're
think?
all pretty decent, but I think I'd like to take the Righteous Defense.
Yeah, which is?
Or actually, no, take the 1 mana secret. Take the 1 mana secret and play it.
Okay. Okay.
Put down a 1 mana Sinful Sous Chef, and Divine Shield trades the 2/2 and pass.
Okay.
That's all. You don't need to kill your own things here. I'm assuming you're actually playing the game in Italian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a problem.
Yeah,
that might be a problem, because I'm calling the cards with their real names.
Yeah, you're totally right. I do the trick after this game.
Might take you a while, but yeah, it might be a good idea. Okay, so far this did not pay off super well.
Yeah.
But good news is we have the Countess soon.
Yeah, the best play was with the 6 mana, I noticed. So here we can buff with this, with the 1 mana. We can buff with this, but I think too much now. I will just use Order in the Court and buff with this. And then maybe
Yeah,
play
let's
the
start
other
with
stuff.
Order in the Court. Let's start with Order in the Court, see how does that look. Okay. Play the 1 mana.
This guy.
Knight of the Anointment, yes.
May the light grant you peace.
Give that buff to the 3/2.
Yeah.
And play the 0 mana Light Ray. And yeah, the 6/2 trays the 6/4, and you can go face.
Face. So you said that taunts go left. Why? I lost the...
The reason for that is cards like Insatiable Devourer, the one that eats the stats, like Infused eats 3 minions. And the reason why you want your taunt on the far left is so you can isolate it with cards like that generate minions on the board. Good example for Paladin, we don't have good examples right now, but the usual way is for cards like, let's say for Imp, the 3 mana Fiendish Circle that summons 4 Imps. That would separate your taunt remaining at the far left, and you can put something on the far right later to have a buffer between your minions.
Okay, that's clear. So a strong play here will be Countess and the 5/5.
Yeah, I think that's what we do. I want to start getting some of them zeros.
It feels really nice to play with the coach.
Yeah. You know what they say, 1 hour of coaching can save you 2 months of strawing on your own.
Yeah.
Like, it's like not reading the manual to assemble something. It's just gonna take you a lot of time to actually get to that correct line of thinking. Okay.
So
he already took quite a decent chunk of damage. These discovers could give us some extra reach. Plenty of OP legendaries that can actually go face nowadays.
I think I just go for the letters, right?
Yeah, let's check a letter.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
This one looks nice.
Commander Sivara actually gives you back all of those invitations. So it actually take Commander Sivara for later. Play another invitation.
So, well, there is also this guy, the middle guy.
Oh my goodness, yes, take that. Play the 2 mana invitation again.
And the thief one, which replays the magics, maybe.
That's not gonna replay anything though. Those are not from different class, are they?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, it's Paladin. No. Paladin. So the 5 mana on the right could be good.
No, take the 2 mana, put it on the board, put down the 1 mana sous chef and the 0 mana Grand Magister, the far right one, yeah, the right one. Go face.
And go face.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, not all yet.
That's fine. Bunch of random 0 mana legendaries. Hey, there's your priest one you wanted.
Wow, this
Such random bullshit. Oh man, you're actually also having Orion, which is potentially gonna get activated by Reckoning. The secret mage guy, the left one. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, never seen this guy. After a secret was revealed, launch a different secret.
Is this guy trying to get an achievement done? Because...
yeah, maybe.
He's not even doing it right now. It's not even a perfect creation. But I think that's what he was trying to do this game or something.
Yeah, I never saw this card. What's the point? Make a big guy? Oh,
yeah, it's a big dude basically, but I think this guy was actually just trying to get an achievement. This is one of the achievements in Hearthstone right now. Like, there was literally not a single reason for him to make that play right now, other than actually getting that thing a tick.
I'm a bit more talkative.
Yeah. Okay, is everything in English now?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
alrighty.
I will keep the 1-drop and the Alliance Bannerman, and maybe also the Stone Earth Vindicator, because it's a way to cycle.
Yeah, all of those are pretty good. Light Ray we're not keeping, obviously. Yeah, I'm okay keeping the other 3. Just remove the 9-drop.
Okay. Just because buffed is a good card.
There you go. Pretty good.
Even though there are removals for up to 3 life, Paladin hasn't, so...
Okay. He has the mediocre opener here. Not very amazing. Okay, right now we can consider something. We could actually consider something here. If we actually play the Sinful Sous Chef here, and he makes the trade, and he will, the turn after we will be able to buff all of those minions in hand with Bannerman. And that might be a decent play. I think I like it. Yeah, let's open with the Sous Chef. Because he already has a 1-1 to poke your Divine Shield, so the Divine Shield becomes a lot less valuable this way.
Yeah, that's true. And what if he doesn't trade?
He will. If he doesn't trade, we can make a trade. Like, he's always gonna give us something to do. Okay, well, that's not super optimal for us, but it's still fine. It's still fine. We're still gonna be outvaluing him real soon. Yeah.
Okay, so coin.
Yeah, let's do that.
We buff even the robot.
And that's a lot of stats right now. Like, you buffed your entire hand.
Yeah,
it's
this
plus 7, plus 7.
Turn 3 could be this one, Sonart, or the 3 little guy, 3 1-drops, like the 2 soldiers and the Divine Shield, or 1 soldier.
This guy's going hard. Okay, now that you saw what this guy did, what do you think the play is?
Well, I don't have direct removal, so maybe I try to find something.
What are you finding with that? You know exactly what you can find with that. What spell would help you right now? What from the ones in your deck?
Yeah, I forgot again the tracker. It closes automatically.
Yeah, but there's literally nothing that's gonna help you. There's no spell that helps you. So the next best thing would be to just taunt, and we do have we have 2 of the good taunts right now. So let's just play both the taunts plus the Sanguine Soldier, the Divine Shield Girl, and now he's not gonna be connecting with that anymore.
Yeah. And also, since the soldier has Divine Shield, is a bit of advantage, right?
We could have also just played a Silver Hand instead, because that 1-1, it's gonna be taking out Divine Shields for us, so that wasn't actually that great. Maybe I think I would have liked the Silver Hand Recruit instead. But all around, this was good. Okay.
So,
how do you think we start this turn?
I think we should cycle. We have a heavy hand.
I mean, why would you cycle here? Again, it's not gonna draw you anything good. Like, the best case scenario would be to get the 4 Kelta loss, so you can actually connect the taunt with your face, but I'd rather try to discover with Battle Vicar here. Like, if you get something like City Tax, that would be insane. And you can also discover that. Okay, we did not discover what we wanted.
Avenge could be actually good here if he goes to Divine Shield. Also, Seal of Blood could be good. Divine Tool is too slow, I feel.
I'd still take the 3 mana Seal of Blood, I think. Okay,
And the 2 guys?
Yeah, play a couple of 1-drops. And double trade into the taunt, and 1 kills the 7-1. Doesn't matter which one. Yeah, double trade the taunt. And kill the 7-1.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about it. So this is why it wasn't so good for us to play the 3rd Divine Shield, because it was just going into the 1-1 instead. So we kind of wasted our Divine Shield a bit there, but all around it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's high rolling.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But we have the robot, right? And the light ray now. We could put out one of his light rays.
The robot is also gonna summon you another light ray for 0 mana, so that's indeed huge. So yeah, play the 5 mana Purator.
Where?
Far left. It's
Far
a taunt isolated on the far left, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a taunt.
Okay, a 3-2 and a 2-2 kill a 5-5.
You're very quick to think. So
And
I
play a
put
couple of taunts on the far left. Don't attack with the far right, I meant. You don't really want to be clustering up your taunts right now, because this is exactly what we were trying to avoid. In the general sense of things. Yeah, I said far left, my bad there. But we're not attacking with the other minions, you can just pass.
Yeah, of course.
But the reason is, right now, if he had a cleave effect like, let's say, Insatiable Devourer, he literally could have eaten all of your taunts and connect face.
Okay.
So that is the whole reason. They're also the most well-statted minions for you right now, so if he has Cone of Cold, he could have blocked all of them. So these are the things you need to be thinking about. Okay, what do you think we're doing here?
Dragon could be good, it has rush.
How much damage do you have on the board?
8, says the...
How much health does he have?
He has 14, like we had 6. He's exactly 14.
That's not going face. That is not going face. It's a rush. Play the 3-mana Stoneheart Vindicator first to draw a spell from your deck. Far left 3-drop.
Okay.
And let's see what we draw. Well, we got screwed. We got screwed. So now it's risky. Yeah, play the Seal of Blood on the 5-5. Yeah, on the 5-5.
We could go face for some
damage. Go face with everything and play Order in the Court. That's gonna draw you another buff next turn. But yeah, we basically low rolled as hard as we could. We literally had a single Order in the Court left and 4 spells that were actually killing him. So that was a 20% chance to get fucked, and you got fucked.
What spells kills him?
You have Forekelta Loss, which gave you 5 attack. And you have Seal of Blood, which was giving you 3 attack, and we were missing exactly 3 damage here. So all you had to do is draw one of those spells, and that would have been enough. But let's see now some random bullshit happening.
But why you said this doesn't kill him? That's rush, not assault. It was direct damage.
Rush is not charge.
Oh, okay.
Rush does not go face.
Okay. It's a bit of adaptation to the...
Yeah, rush is a keyword that came out when you weren't here.
Yeah.
If that thing had charge, it would have been OP as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like a GG to me.
Yeah, I think he's fucked.
We gave him super clunky trades as well. Yeah.
Games look a lot more easier with you.
Okay, get your deck tracker working now, so we don't miss on opportunities.
Yeah, it is working. I activated before, it is working.
Okay, against the mage. Your meta is a lot more fun, I can tell you that much. You're not facing only Death Knights.
2 days ago was only Death Knight shit.
Yeah.
So this send is decent if the 2 mana is accompanied by other 1 mana, because they get Divine Shield and Rush.
They don't have to be 1 mana, they just have to have less attack. But this whole hand is pretty good. I'd keep the whole thing. Yeah.
The Vindicator?
Yeah, Vindicator's not bad as well, I'd say. Let me just look at the stats real quick, actually. Going second, he's not... No, we're going first, it's not as amazing.
We're first.
Actually, the Blood Matriarch is also a little bit on the low side, going first.
I thought so. Would you toss it?
Against the mage. I think I'd still hold on to the 2-drop, but remove the 3-drop, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Because you already have a great 1-drop here, so...
yeah,
we have better odds of the 2-drop being, well, here I think I'd actually open with the Righteous Protector, just in case this guy also opens with a minion. This way you basically almost guarantee that your Matriarch is gonna be protected, and also on turn 3 the Sanguine Soldier gets rushed this way.
Yeah, that's true. You're a fucking genius.
Okay, this This is not super amazing for us, but we'll have to work on it. Okay, at this point you should know that you're playing against a big spell mage. So an important thing you need to remember against big spell mages, you want to not have any spells in your hand when it's time for them to play their 6 mana 3/7 that swaps out your spell's cost with his.
Yeah.
Right now we're okay, but for the future you might want to remember that. Anyway, play the 2-drop and just go face for now.
I was thinking, will he destroy it? The 2 mana.
He doesn't have a way to destroy it. Him being big spell mage, he doesn't really have a way to destroy this one right now. And next turn we're gonna have to deal with this watch post. We're not very happy about it, but we'll figure it out.
I guess with Sanguine Soldier... Oh, this shit is really annoying.
We're still gonna be able to, just because the Sanguine Soldier gets Divine Shield here. We could also just use this instead, but that's not better. That's not better. Might as well use the 3/1 while it's still alive, because next turn he's just gonna ping it down.
Yeah, I thought so. So
yeah, so this turn Hero Power plus Sanguine is pretty good. They're both getting Rush and Divine Shields.
Yeah.
And go face with the Taunt, but use the Rushers to trade the Watch Post. Because it's fucking your hand way too much. Okay, next turn he's basically forced to ping one more time.
Okay.
So
the 2/3 is not important, right?
It's not super important. It's only important in terms of it's gonna be trading your stuff efficiently. Like right now it gets to trade your 1/1 and remain on the board, which is not amazing for you. So we're still okay dealing with it.
I think the Bannerman is
I like the Bannerman here. We need a little bit of card draw. Positioning is gonna start mattering soon for you, though. Like,
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. But I'd say the 2/1 trades the 2/2, and the rest can go face. This is considered a value trade because you traded a 2/1 into a 2/2, and that 2/2 was also able to do value trades against you, killing efficiently your 1/1s and remaining alive. And don't really want that too much.
The value trade, right? So I'm letting the time go. I don't care. He waits. So which was the right positioning here?
Far right. Like I said, you want your taunt to be isolated. The thing about taunts being isolated, it's not as important in the current meta. There's not really cards that really punish that. There are a few, but they're not even worth mentioning.
Okay.
But the reasoning is, right now your taunt is in the middle, and historically speaking in Hearthstone there were plenty of cards that actually minions that attack with cleave. Like, do you remember Lake Thrasher? It was a 4/6 minion that Druid loved using with the broom, and that was a good example of something that would punish you big time here. But I guess it's not as important.
Okay, so the discovery here could be good for start, no?
Okay, what did we talk about in the beginning of this game? What is important against Big Spell Mage?
Not to keep magics, so we could play for Kel'Thuzad.
Right now this guy has a coin in his hand, and next turn that allows him to play his 6-drop. So what you want to do is use the free mana for Kel'Thuzad on your 2/2. Your face kills the...
Fade with the face.
Yeah, your face kills it. That gives you a coin, and you're gonna coin out your Alliance Bannerman because that guarantees drawing you a minion and not a spell. So this cannot really punish you. Whereas if you played the Vicar, if you didn't get a 1-mana spell that you can drop right now, it would have been game-breaking for us, basically.
Yeah, your mind is freaking obnoxious. It's freak as fuck.
You gotta be thinking about all of these things. Like, that's being good at your deck is half of the equation. Knowing how to play around the opponent's deck, that is where the real skill starts piling up.
It's really fascinating to play with a coach. I won't lie.
Yeah, back in the day when I was first trying to stream, I also did a co-op stream with a professional Bulgarian player back in the day. And he really opened my eyes on so many levels. Like, it really showed me how many dimensions you should be thinking about when piloting a deck. Like, I was playing a combo deck back in the day, and every time I was trying to force the combo to be my lethal out. And that was literally 30% of the ways you can win with that deck. Anyway,
So, I'm sorry to interrupt.
yeah, no problem.
So
Let's start off with the Seafloor Savior, because technically it's still giving you some extra information, the 2 mana.
okay. Light Ray.
Yeah, get another Light Ray, because you're discounting them. Played a 4 mana, far left 4 mana Goldwing.
Yeah, and
Double trade both of those, and you can go face with the free 2, and that is all. Next turn, we're gonna be able to drop both the Light Rays. Let me just let the cat out.
It is fine for you if we play one last game with Frost.
What's that now?
Is it fine for you if we play one last game with the Frost deck?
I mean, it's up to you, but I think it's just gonna be a little bit messy. Like, I don't know. I think 1 hour is not even enough for a single deck, let alone 2. It's up to you. It's your time. It's just my 2 cents on the matter.
Okay, so at this point, I don't think there is a point into trading, and I could play the Light Race.
What you want to do here is start off with your Battle Vicar so you can discover something, see what that is, and that's also going to make your Light Race 0. Okay, that is not bad.
Consecration I don't think is good. Or you think?
All of them are bad, but Consecration is actually usable for you, so take Consecration.
Okay.
Go face with both of your minions.
And then concept?
Play both the 0 mana Light Rays first.
Yeah, they are buffed as fuck.
Use the Consecration now, so this way it can't snipe you. Use the coin that you're getting.
Okay.
And don't even hero power, don't. Just coin and pass. The reason why you're doing it is if you hero power, you're basically gonna board lock yourself. And that basically means is if he plays his 4 mana Varden, he's gonna freeze everything and you literally can't even drop your 7 mana Countess next turn if you top deck her.
Yeah,
hey, look at that. He had the free 7, we played around it. Shocking, I know. And that was the reason why you wanted to make that trade. Like you said, it's not important to trade, but it actually was game-breaking to trade there, because if you didn't trade, he would have traded off his free 2, giving you a coin on your turn, and you would not have had the chance to actually remove it. So it was actually game-breaking not to make that trade. It would have given him a 0 mana Rune of the Archmage, 0 mana Dragons, or even 0 mana 5/6 Taunts. So it was actually crucial for you to make that trade in one way or another. We just used the Consecration, which basically went face and saved you from making the trade anyway.
Yeah, okay. I can't stress this enough. You deserve your fame.
Right now, I want you to pay attention to this guy's hand against you. Look at what he's doing with his cards. Did you notice that? Which cards did he touch? Did you see which cards he touched? They glowed in red. He touched his 2nd and 4th card. He did not even acknowledge the 1st card. And that leads me to believe that he's probably a quest hunter.
Okay, so they're still around.
That means that you're going to be very happy keeping Divine Shield minions against him. I mean, you're going to be generally very happy doing that anyway, but it's just a little extra line of strategizing during your mulligan. Here you're only going to keep the taunt, I think. The free one, probably not. Let's just keep the taunt.
Or Keltalas seems fine.
No, it's not something you normally keep. You don't have that many spells in this deck. You generally want to be drawing your spells through your minions. That is why you have Knight at the Anointment. That is why you have your free mana free one. Okay, look at his hand. Look at his hand. Do you see which cards he kept, which cards he removed?
Yeah, the 3 middle he removed.
Exactly, and he kept the first one. What is the first card usually?
The quest, you said?
Exactly. So if he really is a quest, that's probably what he's doing next turn. Anyway, I think you can start off with the Sinful Sous Chef, yeah. 2 mana, 2/1. If he's just using the quest next turn, at least you're connecting for 2 damage this turn.
Okay.
In the past, this has been even more powerful. Apparently, he's not even quest, but it was still a good gamble. It wasn't even a gamble, it was just an extra bit of potential information. Yeah, you still want to go with Seafloor Savior. If you top deck a Stoneheart Vindicator or the 2-mana like that, that could have been huge.
Maybe, I don't know if he has big guys, maybe Class Action or Goldwing. I don't think
he probably doesn't have big guys, not anytime soon at least. I think I take the one. I think I take the 1-drop just because it's gonna be a 4/3 Divine Shield next turn. Like that's more important for you to be thinking. Like, what do you actually want to buff with that +2/+2 you're doing? Because next turn dropping a 4/3 Divine Shield is a little bit overpowered, don't you think?
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of the buff, in fact. But, yeah.
Our hand is getting a little bit too fast for our own good, but we still have okay plays. Okay, he gets the rush. We're not super happy about that.
Shall we trade here? I don't think we need. We have some Taunt Divine Shield.
We do have Divine Shields. But I'd still prefer if you trade the 2-1 with the 2-2. It gives you a couple of 1-1s. If you top deck Alliance Bannerman, that's gonna be pretty good for you. But yeah, you still want to be playing the Righteous Protector. I don't want you to be going phase before you've actually figured out the entire play, because especially with this deck, you could be buffing. But yeah, play the Taunt on the far left, play the Sinful Soldier on the far right, the Divine Shield guy.
Okay, you saved
far right. And put down the 1-mana Knight of the Anointment in the middle, and go face.
Okay. Yeah, now I understand why they are all... Why they all shut up, because you are too quick thinking for us.
Well, I mean, I gotta start talking at some point, because depending on how complicated the turn can be, I won't be able to get the whole point across, and you also have to execute that point afterwards. So it's really finding the balance, how much time we can actually discuss before we actually jump into the actual execution. Okay. But yeah, generally you don't want to be drawing a card last, but just because you know exactly what are the cards you're drawing, you kind of don't give a shit, because the play was not going to change depending on what you're top decking, is what I'm trying to say. We were always going to flood the board with 1-drops. Okay, that's going to be a very lovely infusion of cards for us soon.
We could trade buffing the Divine Shield, I think is a nice plan.
What the hell is this guy even playing, man? Is he actually Quest?
No,
it's actually Arcane. It's Arcane.
Yeah, it's the Spell Hunter. I faced a couple of them. They are bastards. They tend to burst you down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure buffing the 4/3 with another Divine Shield +3 is gonna be a good idea. The free mana buff onto the 4/3. Put down another Silverhand Recruit in the middle. The 1/1 without the Divine Shield kills itself into the free one.
Yeah.
And go face with the rest. Having a 1/1 Divine Shield is more valuable than just a measly 1/1. And
that was clear.
Here, basically you want to protect the big guy as much as possible. Right now it's going to be super hard for him to actually deal with that 7/6.
Yeah, next turn is a nice Purator.
Yeah, probably. Depending on the top deck. Like if you top deck a Light Ray, I mean, actually, this is drawing us a Light Ray anyway.
They all seem so defenseless against you.
What?
The opponents, they all seem so defenseless against you.
Yeah, well,
you're too mighty.
They just don't play around the things we're trying to do against them. Like, that's the thing, you want to be playing awkwardly against the opponent. A lot of the times, even if you don't have a good hand, you still can potentially play it awkwardly for the opponent, so they also have a hard time doing anything against you while you actually get time to gather up some powerful stuff. Okay.
So we don't care trading here, I believe.
No, we're not trading. Like, we don't have value trades here. He does.
Yeah.
I'm
So
down
I
with
think
the
it's a
5 mana
clean-
Purator, yeah.
Yeah.
5 mana Purator on the far left.
I think it's a clean curator, which is a very good card draw. Now
Yeah.
that I think of it.
Okay, we can't really play those just yet, but you can still just go face.
Okay.
That is such good card draw.
You were right. This list is far better than the one of yesterday, even though the one of yesterday brought me to Platinum 10.
Well, now you're Platinum 9. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun when you're not facing Death Knights over and over again, Line Monkey. Not gonna lie. How's it going, by the way, bro? Happy to have you on another stream. Welcome, welcome.
Will this go on YouTube? Will be my honor.
Depends. It could. It could.
You never did pure Paladin coach.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if we played Frost Death Knights, guaranteed that was not going on YouTube because I already put so many out there and I already have one more in the works, so it would be overkill. It's probably gonna get nerfed by the time I get to actually upload another Frost Death Knights after the one I'm planning for tomorrow. So, yeah, but with this deck, definitely can make the cut. Another thing you want to be, if you really want to get good with this deck, is you actually want to start thinking about how many cards you have played. Because that is a crucial skill to have in order to know how fast you can drop your light rays. I still haven't actually bothered to count that much. But yeah, you want to know how fast you can be dropping your light rays. And that would be the deciding factor for you if you want to be playing something like Order in the Court in certain situations. Like, if you know for a fact you're going to be able to drop a light ray after you've played Order in the Court, it would be a good play. But if you actually just play a 2-mana Order in the Court and that bricks you for the entire turn, that would be a bad play. So this is something you might want to start working on, paying attention on how many Paladin cards you have actually played.